eyes of the world watching, it's time for the biggest event of the year as we're proud to welcome you to the Super Bowl. Tonight, the Lombardi Trophy's in the building, and we've got a fight to see who's gonna raise it. Between the Los Angeles Rams and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The Lombardi Trophy waiting in the wings tonight. Kate, Scott, and Brock Heward here on the narrative we are all focusing on this evening, partner. On the franchise's first ever appearance here. Can they win it all?
And we're focusing on it. The country's focused on it. Everybody on the outside is focused on it. But here's the deal, Kate. If they're going to get it done, they've got to play light, not tight. And that is so much easier said than done on this stage.
The final two teams remain. Only one will be a champion. And we're off in the Super Bowl. Well, Clint Allen to return this. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. So here are the Jaguars taking over for the first time on offense. And bringing them out to former #1 overall pick out of Clemson in 2021, Trevor Lawrence.
Well, here he is, Kate, in the role that I and so many other quarterbacks dreamed of being in during our careers, leading the AFC champions out on a Super Bowl Sunday. The journey? Well, it's only become more difficult every step along the way, from the regular season through each rung of the playoffs, and it's prepared him for the moment he's walking in right now.
Here's Travis Etienne on the ground. And he takes it ahead for a 4-yard pickup there to begin our game.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground, you could throw beyond the sticks, to really create some indecision now defensively.
First down run, nabs him 5, now 2nd and 5. Off the play action, it's Lawrence. All the left side. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
1st and 10 now from the 46. From the gun, Etienne gets it. Jukes away from one. Open space inside the 40. And he's finally brought down at the 33. They got 21 yards on the play. And that's good for a Jacksonville first down.
Kate, that's the type of run that shines the light well on him as a runner, of course. But you got to give a lot of credit to everybody else. Those skill guys, when you have an outside run, they got to do their job. Not just the big boys up front, not just the running backs. That takes everyone on the perimeter blocking to get a big run like that.
Oh, it's a quick throw out wide. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
2nd and 3 now. Out of the gun, a give to Etienne. And 2nd down only works out for a yard. We get a stoppage here. One of their big blockers up front. In some pain following that play. He's being attended to. Third and just 2 to go. Etienne again. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. 6-yard gain on the play. And the Jaguars have a first down. Love the way they decided to keep the drive moving, Brock, pounding it forward, sending an early tone on this opening drive.
It sure does, both physically and then mentally as well, because you know and I know successful run often leads to great play-action pass.
First down, and they go right back to it. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. They go right back to ETN. Gain of about 8 here. Nice pickup, but he stopped a second before he can move those chains.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Lawrence here running the sneak. And he is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
Everybody understood the assignment right there. For one guy, the quarterback, get the snap and make the marker. For the other 10, drive like mad, push like crazy, and create that space for the first.
Time to start the scoring in this Super Bowl, partner. We've got 1st and goal. They'll run, ETN. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
SOS. You hear me talk about it between the 20s a lot. Stay on schedule. But it comes into play 1st and goal situations too, because a run like that now, well, it leaves that whole playbook wide open for you.
2nd and goal coming up, 5 yards to the end zone. Slot man motioned over. Back to throw, here's Lawrence. Here comes the screen from ETN. It's a Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars finish up an excellent opening series. Travis Etienne, the touchdown. Well, this coaching staff has got to be a happy partner. A calm and calculated opening drive. Really impressed with the score, how they controlled the football, and they played at their own pace.
Yeah, it's one of those drives that just pays dividends. I know it's the opening drive, but you're just taking some of the starch out of that defense and putting some doubt in their mind. Like, man, they just methodically shoved it right down our throat.
Cam Little to try the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Jaguars will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Rams, nothing.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Blake Corum now to return it. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. So here come the Rams on offense, ready for their opening drive. And leading them out, one of the game's all-time leading passers. The top pick back in 2009. Still going strong. It's Matthew Stafford.
Kate, this is one of those moments that I so wish we had those thought bubbles, that we could see and hear every thought going through his mind as he runs on the field on this Super Bowl Sunday. I'm sure there's some anxiety. I'm sure there's a little bit of nervousness, but I know when that ball gets snapped in his hands, this guy is ready for this moment because he's proved it all season long.
Not must-have yet, Brock, but it does feel pretty important that they come up with an answer for that touchdown, but not going to be easy.
Nope, and incompletions like that certainly won't help.
After the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Stafford from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And that will not be enough for a first down. I'm not going to call this a must-score drive here in this first quarter, Brock, but when your opponents start the game with 6, it feels like you need some sort of answer.
You need a response, right? You need a response. You don't need all these home runs or big highlights. You just need to keep matriculating that ball down the field.
On 3rd and 2, Stafford. He finds Adams, complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
A gain of 7, and a Rams first down.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
They've got first down here from the 36. The first carry now for Kyron Williams. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
Really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast. But he was patient, he was explosive, and he got a nice little gain on the ground.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. They stay on the ground with Williams. That's a Super Bowl caliber stop right there as they finish that play off behind the line. That one felt kind of counterintuitive there, Brock. They load up the line with that extra blocking, and then the run goes out to the edge anyway.
That's right. You put 2 tight ends on the field, yeah, you can live with a stalemate. It's hard to move people in the NFL, but you do not want to go backwards.
Throwing is Stafford on 3rd. He puts some air under it deep down the left. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. So no initial clapback, at least not immediately. Gonna have to play from the deficit for at least a little while as that opening drive stalls out.
And your hope here offensively is that deficit remains unchanged when you get the ball back the next time, because you do not want to be looking 2 scores down to start this one out.
And the fair catch secure here at the 16. Well, Brock, this game, like all of our games this week, one piece of our John Madden Thanksgiving celebration weekend. A way that the NFL and all of us here at EA Sports honor a legendary figure in the history of this game on a holiday he held dear. So for Brock, myself, everybody on our great EA Sports crew, hope you had an excellent Thanksgiving, everybody, and a great weekend of football. Lawrence with it on 1st. Into the hands of his running back, ETN. And he's short of the 1st after a mild gain. Now the completion rate is strong, partner. The yards, you got to imagine, will start to come soon enough.
You never go broke taking a profit. And you know this one too, Kate. The crumbs always lead to...
Oh, the cookie. Now I'm hungry. Offense to line. This is 2nd and 4. They'll give this up the middle to ETN. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
3rd down, Lawrence to throw. That's caught. He's got Washington. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
First down. First and 10.
No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
First down throw, Lawrence. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
After the incomplete pass, here comes 2nd and 10. ETN gets it on the draw. That's a Super Bowl caliber stop right there as they finish that play off behind the line.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
This drive is in trouble. Got to figure out 3rd and 12. They'll throw 3rd and long. And they can't connect on the 3rd deep shot. Love the courage they had to try it, but it's incomplete, and now we've got fourth down.
We know in this league you can't start every game with scoring drives, but I think that's a clear picture of why you don't keep this drive sustained. Got to execute on the most important down, and that's third down.
And he's there to make the fair catch right at the 10-yard line. The Rams headed back after their second drive now. And it was a situation they prepared for, no doubt, Brock, but hopes that they wouldn't see. They're down early in the biggest game of the year.
Hey, listen, nobody said winning championships was easy. This is an early test of whether they've got the resiliency to win it all. And we know this. When that final second ticks off, most Super Bowl champions, they've been the most resilient players, too.
Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Shotgun snap to Sanford. Completed over the middle. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play. A lot of Super Bowl left for us as we've reached the end of one. 7-0 is our score. More from Santa Clara coming up. Time for the second quarter of play. It's Rams football. They're looking at first down here. Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. Short pass brought in. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
Number 17, Devontae Adams. A gain of 15. First down, Los Angeles.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Up the gut they go with Williams. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
39-yard line.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Now Stafford to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Adams. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Off the play fake, it's Stafford. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that sack quickly changes the tone of this series, Brock. It's 2nd down.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go and let that pass rush get home.
Expect the defense to be coming again here after that sack. It is 2nd and 16. Stafford back to throw. That's complete. Naku on the left side. And he takes it across midfield and into Jaguars territory.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Jags loading up the secondary on this 3rd down. They've got 6 DBs out there. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets him all the way down to that 15-yard line. A big 34-yard pickup there. And the Rams have the first down.
That's just awesome, Kate. A little bit of multitasking on that catch. Primary focus, As I always say, is you got to catch it first. But out of the corner of his eye, he knew exactly where to go, and he gets a bunch of yak on top of it.
Williams now on 1st and 10. And he got what he could there, only to the 14. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play. It just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender maybe a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Here's Stafford. And it's caught in the end zone for the LA touchdown. The Rams can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. It's a Puka Nacua touchdown. That was just gorgeous football right there. He saw the window, just had to wait for his guy to flow toward it, and that pass fit in beautifully for the touchdown.
Kate, this is one of those moments where a quarterback's got to take his pre-snap read and make sure he confirms it quickly post-snap. And when he does, and he's got space to fit that post in, like you said, it's a thing of beauty.
Harrison Mevis on to try the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Rams tie this game 7-7. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. This is Allen to return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Jaguars down running back Travis Etienne trotting back out to the field. And they're playing with a chance to take the lead right here. Get a nice little cushion in what has been an otherwise really close game.
Yeah, and really the mindset, Kate, is this has got to be the drive. When you break the huddle, you look at each other and say, right now, these are the moments that tilt the game in our favor. Because you know if you don't get it done, you've given your opponent that opportunity.
Jacksonville offense ready to get going. Here's 1st and 10. Lawrence looking to throw. Now look underneath here for Etienne. And he's going to be stopped right around the 37. They gain 11 on that play. And that's good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on a defense.
1st and 10, it's Lawrence. He'll get this to Etienne. And they'll take him down at the 43-yard line.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Complete left side to Thomas. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
Thomas Jr. A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 1.
Third down, 1 yard to go. They'll run here, Etienne. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
A 5-yard gain on the play. And the Jaguars 1st down.
I don't know what it is, Kate, but I love 3rd down runs. I really do. I know the receivers don't always like it because it's money down and they want the ball, but a 3rd down run for a 1st down can be so demoralizing to that defense.
Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Lawrence working from the gun. Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. Throwing on first down, Lawrence. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. Had that one, but just couldn't see it through. And that'll bring up second down.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, well, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
So it's 2nd and 10 now. Ball still at that 39-yard line. From the shotgun, Lawrence. No place for him to go here. The Rams rush all over him. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Defense's first sack of the game, kid. We can now see some of the negatives, the trade-offs of his great running ability. When he tries to create, well, he can find himself going backwards, and in this case, for a really big loss.
So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. 3rd and long for him here. His running back rolls it in deep right. He makes it in for the Jacksonville touchdown. The Jaguars take a 2nd quarter lead. Travis Etienne the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
On is Little for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Jaguars break that tie and now lead by 7.
14, Rams 7.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Corum now on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Rams and Matthew Stafford set to go back on offense. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
First and 10. Here's Stafford. Nakua here. He's got it. And they'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. They get 22 out of that play. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
Rams first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Great start to this drive. They're up in the neighborhood of midfield after just one play. They fake the handoff. Now Stafford. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he fights his way down to the 35 before the defense can get him out. They've got first down here from the 36. Stafford from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And they bring him down around the 34.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends would get you.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Stafford's going to throw once more. He'll get this one, Adams. And he goes out of bounds. That's going to set up 1st and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Breaking the huddle. Here's 1st and goal. From the red zone now. Screen here for Williams. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that 1st down because you call a screen on 1st, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, the defense creates a negative play and sets them back behind the sticks.
Now Stafford again. Brought in. And they bring him down at the 7-yard line. Now the Rams will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
That can be a hopeless feeling when you fire a curl route right into zone coverage perfectly like that. Unless that curl happens to be right next to where one of your guys is sitting, that pass can hum in there and there's nothing this defense can do.
This is a pivotal moment on the game's biggest stage, Brock. It's 3rd and goal. Stafford throwing again. Catch is made, but he is out of the back of the end zone. Could not get his feet down, partner. This one's going to end up incomplete. Boy, they had the look, Brock, and they just missed a touchdown as the throw put him a little bit too close to the edge of that end zone.
Handle priority number 1, that's to catch it and secure it. Unfortunately, did not leave enough room to land his feet in the end zone, despite what was really a tremendous effort.
Nevis able to knock it through. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
Hey, facing a deficit that's going to follow you into halftime in that locker room, they will welcome those 3 points and a little bit of feel-good momentum.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. This is Allen to return. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Jaguars headed out on offense late in this first half. And they've got a little over 30 seconds to work with. Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line. First down throw, Lawrence. Short pass brought in. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Offense to line. This is 2nd and 4. One final shot before the half. Caught along the left sideline, but he did not get both feet in. That's incomplete. Brings up 3rd down. So we've reached the half here in the Super Bowl, and we know our pal Scott Hansen has been watching intently. He's got our halftime report. Scott?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the 3rd quarter as we're ready to kick off the 2nd half. Back out to our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Big thank you to our guy Scott Hansen and the gang down in Orlando. Got a close one here, Brock, as our second half gets underway. Final halftime adjustments of the season are out of the way. It's time to put them into action here. Quarter 3 of the Super Bowl is underway. Corum now on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Rams ready to get things started on offense to begin the third. That passing game they went to in the first half, it's going to need to be fiery to start this second half too as they chase this lead. Rams ready for this one. Here's 1st and 10. Second half starts with a run by Williams. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
That is simply a stay on schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Shotgun snap to Sanford. That's Smith on the slant. And he's going to be just 1 step away from that first down. They haul him down near the 31.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. Pushes it towards his running back, but it's going to wind up incomplete. That brings up 4th down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and an incomplete.
The Rams are set to punt. Ethan Evans, the one to kick it away. And that fair catch corralled just beyond the 25-yard line. Out now runs the Jaguars offense. And they take the field in good but not great shape, Brock. They've got that lead, but no doubt they'd love to see it grow.
Yeah, just having the lead does take some pressure off. It doesn't change the sense of urgency. It's always on tilt in the NFL, but it should allow them to operate a little more freely.
Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes 1st and 10. Off the play action, it's Lawrence. Completed over the middle. And he's going to be brought down in enemy territory now at the 46. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
That's good for a Jaguars first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action, and then he gets himself in space to do some damage.
On 1st and 10, here's Lawrence. Short pass caught by his tight end. And they get him out just before he can move those chains, partner. It's a gain of 9 on 1st down.
Kid, I can promise you that's one of those play-action plays they've repped over the week during practice. That both quarterback and tight end went to bed last night thinking, man, I hope this one's called. And when it is, I hope we have just a little space to operate. That play action works beautifully, and the tight end, the beneficiary.
That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught. Looking for his wide receiver there. So it's going to be 3rd and short coming up.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
He has it on the QB sneak. And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
That may not look like much, but that is a confidence builder for quarterback and offensive line in particular. When you know you can push the pile on 3rd down on a sneak and get a 1st down, you may have to come back to that in a bigger moment in this one later.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. And he won't get beyond the line of scrimmage. Good work by the defense. Second down coming up.
Not the big play they were hoping for when you call a jet sweep, but at the very least, it got him some positive yards. Things could have easily gone backwards there.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. It's a design boot. That's going to be an incomplete pass on the throw to the right.
Hey, Kate, you know that line, time is of the essence? It certainly is in the pocket. Not enough time there to let that play develop down the field, and the two were not able to reel it in.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. They'll air it out on third. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a first down right in their midst, but that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
For the field goal, a 50-yard attempt.
And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
A lot of them may make it look automatic, but you get this deep, and those field goals are far from a certainty. It took all his concentration, every bit of his strength, to send that puppy through.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Corum now on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Out come the Rams on offense. They'll look to knot up this game right now as they trail 17-10. LA offense all set. Here's first and 10. Here's Williams to start the drive. And he will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
A gain of 11 on the play. First down, Los Angeles.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively because you also know it can set the table for more.
Going to the ground again on first. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's second and 6. Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. Finds him over the middle. And he's down very close to that first, but looks like he is stopped just in time after a gain of 4.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on the throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Third and a lone yard coming up. Running for the marker with Williams. And he's going to have this down to the 42-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And the Rams have the first down.
That right there, that will make the coaches happy. He didn't just get the first down, but got a healthy chunk of bonus yards afterwards.
First down from the 42. Another run for Williams. And he's going to take this down to the 31 before he gets taken down. They get an even 10 on that play. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
I don't know, Kate. I didn't think he had it, but that back did. He knew exactly where he had to get for the first down. Pops up right away and signals first down.
On first down, here's Stafford. Smith snags it over the middle. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And the Rams have the first down.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
Bringing the offense up to the line. First and 10. Design quarterback run here. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
You know, games that seem a little tougher to get against the front, gosh, this QB just makes routine. Such effortless running to pick up a handful on that designed run.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Straight ahead with Williams. And they find him after just a yard, and it's 3rd down.
Tackle made at the 16-yard line. It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
To throw, Stafford. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams can tie it up after hitting Pater in the 3rd. It's a Puka Nacua touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
Mevis now for the extra point.
For the extra point.
The point after splits the uprights. And the Rams make it 17 all.
17.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. This is Allen to return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Now the Jaguars offense ready to take over once more. It's all squared up again following that touchdown, partner, so some added importance on this series. Jacksonville offense ready to get going. Here's 1st and 10. They go play action. Lawrence. Complete left side to Thomas. And he's tackled for a short gain.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Out of the gun, Lawrence. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. They strike for 23 yards. And the Jaguars have a first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
You just got to love that angle route. It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times do you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot, sail that flat route, break it off to an angle, and break off the first down.
ETN gets it on his own read. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
If there's ever a play we could call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Lawrence to throw it. Here comes the screen for ETN. And they will face a third down here, Brock, but not by much. Good effort to challenge for it. He reaches the 43.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Third down, 1 yard to go. Now Lawrence on the play fake. And this time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of fourth down. So we're winding down to the end of the 2024 season. That's the end of 3 in Super Bowl 59. 3, so we'll decide things right here in the fourth quarter. Jacksonville in punt formation. Logan Cook, the one to kick it away. And that kick will get out of bounds without a return. Looks to be a little shy of reaching the 20. Now LA getting its offense all set to go. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. LA bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run. This is Williams. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign that they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
At the 26-yard line.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Now Stafford to throw. Connects on the crosser. That play good for 17 and a first down.
Completed to Davante Adams. It's a gain of 17 yards. And a Rams first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
First and 10. Here's Stafford. It's with Adams again. And this great effort winds up getting him well into enemy territory before he's brought down. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
A gain of 21 yards. First down, Los
I may
Angeles.
love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
This is Williams. He's still going at the 30. And they're going to be set up just outside that red zone. And it's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
First down, Rams.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Throwing now on first down. Stafford. Right side into the hands of Adams. And this one doesn't go far.
Complete to Davante Adams. A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 21-yard line.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Stafford from the gun. And that was just a little bit too low to be brought in. Wanted to fit that one into Davante Adams. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
Throwing is Stafford on 3rd. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring it 4th down.
Intended for
Kate, I've talked to you over the years, the transition to the NFL where the windows to throw are small. On third down, smaller. Put dime defense on the field, and those windows become almost non-existent.
Big moment for Harrison Mevis here. This is going to be a 38-yarder from the right hash.
38-yard attempt.
Tracking for it, and it's good! And they take the lead in the fourth quarter.
That field goal gives them the lead for the moment, Kate, but you don't feel comfortable when you look up at that scoreboard. This one isn't over, and that lead certainly isn't safe.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. This is Allen to return. This makes it up to the 25. Now the Jaguars getting set to go. And as they get set, Carter, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive too.
I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
Jaguars look ready to go. Here comes 1st and 10. On play action now, Lawrence. They'll look underneath here for ETN. And he'll get it out to the 34 before he's tracked down.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Lawrence now off the play action. Finds him on the crossing route. And he's all the way across midfield down inside that 45-yard line. They manage 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
The Jaguars, 1st down.
This is one of those times, Kate, where I got to put my glasses on up in the booth and realize the line between receiver and tight end is so easily blurred. Why? Because this guy can run. He showed it before the catch with a great route, and he showed it even more so with the yards after catch.
Here's ETN on 1st down. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. They put a receiver in motion right. From the shotgun, Lawrence. That one's on the mark. Jacoby Myers. And he nearly gets them into the red zone as he's down at the 22. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's good for a Jacksonville 1st down.
You know, Kate, years ago, my old high school receiver and I got together for a football camp. I could still close my eyes and throw him that slant. We've done it millions of times. You get a QB receiver connection like that, it's dynamite.
And he's not going to manage to get back to the line even. Tackled for a loss. We've got 2nd and 11. And it's not just some quarterbacks, Brock Hewitt, who got to have short memories. You tell me this too, defenses need them sometime as well.
Yeah, 100%. You give up a big run, well, too bad. No time to dwell on it because you got to line up, buckle up that chin strap, and try to knock them backwards.
Lawrence working from the gun. Hits him on the out route. And the gain only about 2 before he heads out. That means they're going to face 3rd down.
There's no negatives ever on a grade sheet for a completion, but that's one of those situations. If you're going to take a risk and throw an out route, you'd sure like to see a little bit more yardage gained.
It's 3rd and 8. Need to get a chunk here. Here he goes, 3rd and long. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Cam Little now in a high-pressure spot. He hit his first one. His second one's coming from inside of 40. Kicked well, and this is good! And in the fourth quarter, that's going to tie the game.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. Second time they brought him out for a field goal, and second time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to center away. Whittington now on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Rams set to go on offense once more. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Rams ready for this one. Here's 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Williams. And he manages 6 yards to begin this one. We've got 2nd and 4.
That is just a great drive starter. What every offense wants. Gives you a little bit of energy, a little juice, and now a really manageable 2nd down.
7 yards on that last play, so this is 2nd and 3. Here's Stafford. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's going to go out of bounds. Looks a little short of the 35. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. Now it's Williams. He hits the lane perfectly for an 8-yard pickup. It's 2nd down.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Nice run last play. Sets up 2nd and 2. Williams on the carry. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
The tackle made just shy of midfield.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And a great play is brought to an end as this one reaches the 35-yard line. They'll get 16 yards on that play. And the Rams have the 1st down.
16 yards. 1st down, Los Angeles.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
Right back to Williams on 1st down. And big gain followed by a little bit of a loss here. Defense getting the better of them on that run. We've reached the 2-minute warning in Santa Clara. Rams pushing to get within range for a game winner. All right, a couple yards to make up, Brock. Time to rediscover the magic on this drive. Here's 2nd and 12. Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. Finds him over the middle. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
Drive has gone 8 plays now as they face 3rd and 3. Now to throw. He finds Adams, complete. And they've got him down near the red zone at the 22. He gets 6 on that play. And that's going to be good for an LA 1st down.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Now the give as they set up the jet sweep. And they're going to be humbled here on 1st down. Going to wind up losing yards on this play. The Jaguars are going to call their first time out. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. right, a couple yards to make up, Brock. Time to rediscover the magic on this drive. Here's 2nd and 12. He'll look to throw it. And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. No luck finding his receiver that time. So they're left facing 3rd and long.
Those passes get more and more difficult as you try to get aggressive downfield. I love the call. I love pushing the ball down the field. But the windows in the throwing lanes aren't there long, and it only takes a little bit for a throw to be off.
Throwing now. Complete beyond the marker. And he's going to have enough for the 1st down. Not by much, but he got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal. A run with Williams. And into a sea of bodies he goes. Looks like they'll get about 3 out of it. Now a timeout called by the Jaguars. That's their 3rd. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
That run now has put them in such a great spot, Kate. You get a run like that inside the 1st and goal situations, there's a whole lot of confidence when you break the huddle.
So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. They put Adams in motion left. Here he is to throw. Screen here for Williams. And a bit of deja vu as they stop him at the line once again.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
This is a pivotal moment on the game's biggest stage, Brock. It's 3rd and goal. To throw. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal.
Even the best of them could be hurried into a throw before they're ready, and that pressure just messed up all the timing, the rhythm, and the clock of the quarterback.
4-yard line.
Big moment for Harrison Mevis here. This only a chip shot from the right hash. That one is good! And they're going to take the lead inside the final minute.
You know what I love about that, Kate? He didn't shrink from the spotlight. He seized the moment, made it his own. And that kick might just win them this game.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. Tootin now on the return. He's going well so far. And a good effort here as he gets it out past the 35-yard line. Jacksonville heading out there on offense. And they brought out their kicker for a field goal their last possession. This time they'll look to bring him out for an extra point instead. First and 10 coming up. Jaguars ready to take advantage of some good field position they've got here. Setting up to pass. Sends this to the end zone. That'll be incomplete, and the clock shows 10 seconds left. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So that brings up 2nd down.
He was covered by Cameron Kinches.
Back to throw. Short pass brought in. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight ends short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Looking to throw it. This is for the ball game. And the hit separates the football, and that is what ends this game. What a play! 4 years after their last dance with the Lombardi Brock, the Los Angeles Rams, champions once again. This is what we all hope every year when we get to this point, Brock. We hope for the drama. We hope that the game lives up to the big stage that it was played on. Close at the end, really just 1 or 2 moments in there that decided who was going to be the team waiting to receive the trophy.
Yeah, you just feel, don't you, Kate, that every single bit of that Lombardi trophy had to be earned here tonight. But not just tonight, not over these 60 minutes, It was every practice throughout the season, every tough battle they fought on Sundays from September to January, battle-tested. It was all that work that made them capable of earning the championship tonight.
So for our entire crew here at EA Sports, for my partner Brock Heward and myself,